Hey guys, what is going on? Blossom is back, and today I'm going to answer a question that has been in the comments since I started my channel. Okay, maybe not that exaggerated, but I've been seeing this comment for the past 6 months now, and I'm sure you know by the title. It's basically how did I get my cash? Obviously, recently, I think about 4 or 5 days ago, I think 5 days ago now, I hit my milestone, which is 10 million cash in top drives. Obviously, not real money. Um, and a lot of people are asking how I made it and how I made it so quickly. So today I'm going to tell you how I made it and how you could make money as quickly as I could. And honestly, I feel like I'm giving off one of those scam talks that you see in Facebook ads and all that crap. Oh, buy my book and you would be a millionaire like me. No, this isn't a scam. No, this is actually how I actually did it. So starting off, I'm gonna tell you about my journey, right? How I basically got 10 million. So I started a year ago. Um, and I just wanted money. Like usually when I play games, this doesn't just work for top drives. This is for every game I've ever played. I always wanted to just feel rich. Just feel I just didn't want to feel broke all the time. So I guess other examples before top drives, a app on the phone that I used to play a lot was Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and they have a cash system too. I always made sure I had 5 mil, 7 mil. Money in that game is a lot easier to earn though. And let's see other games. I mean, PC games that I play now is usually just Rainbow Six Siege. I guess there is a cash system in Rainbow Six Siege. At one point in Rainbow Six Siege, I actually had 100,000 cash, or 100,000 points, or whatever it's called. But not anymore. I kind of spent a lot of it. But yeah, I just like saving. For me, it's a fun feeling. So basically, on my journey, I went through a lot of different phases of top drives. It started off with the old prize boards of the daily events, the ones that we know and love that we don't have anymore. I mean, we have daily events still, but the prize boards are a little different. Back then, I made 60 to 100K a day. And then the old prize boards plus clubs, this was basically that short period where daily events were just yeeted out of top drives. And it was just like clubs and then just the normal events. But it had the old prize boards. So, old prize boards being four rares and other stuff. And that time I was making 20 to 50K. It wasn't a lot. That was mostly because I was really demotivated to play the game. It was just a really dark time for Top Drive, so I didn't make a lot of money. And then the new prize boards came in, and that's when clubs came in, and then that's when boosts came in. And then yeah, I make about 100 to 120K a day now. It kind of varies though. 100 to 120K K is on the high side. Sometimes even 150K, but that's a lot of playing. I actually checked my screen time on my phone. I should have taken a photo and put it in this presentation, but I have showed it to some people on Instagram. I think 2 days ago I played top drives for 3 hours. Like 3 hours in a day. That's it's kind of pushing it. Like even I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I gotta I gotta chill out. But that was obviously a weekend. And yeah, I've done this saving thing for a year. It's kind of been on and off, I would say, because in between that year, I've done multiple 500K openings, 1.5 million, all that stuff. So yeah, that's basically my journey. And moving on is basically how you guys can earn as fast as I can. Now, follow the steps, and I promise you, you would earn a lot, but you have to follow all the steps, right? So keys to earning, farming and grinding, everyone knows that, smurfing, farming, grinding. I don't really need to explain that. The main thing is that is only 50% of the work. The other 50% is you have to save. So yes, you might be making a lot of money from farming and grinding, but if you're spending that money on buying ceramic packs every day, you're not gonna go anywhere. So I guess yeah, gotta save. That's 50% of the work. So first of all, you have to know your sources of income, and this kind of goes into the farming and grinding part. And I feel like this is something a lot of people maybe don't know or utilize as often as I do. And basically, your sources of income, you actually have a handful in top drives, which is what I like. And hopefully, Hutch doesn't remove any of them. So use every source you have. You have clubs with boost, and then you just have regular clubs. Now, boost, for those that don't know, boost is a multiplier. It's a two times multiplier. So basically, let's say you won 1,000 without boost. If you had the boost, you win 2,000. It's actually really worth it. It's 500 gold and it lasts for a week. Um, Even if you're free to play, that is highly attainable. You can gain 500 gold back in a week. The only downside to buying the boost is you probably won't be getting that weekly carbon fiber that you save up for. But honestly, I still think it's worth it because in return you get 2 times the amount of cash you're earning from clubs, and the more you play, the more you get, and then that could lead up to maybe what 10 ceramics a week. So it's kind of like you want one carbon fiber a week with clubs and no boost, or do you want like 10 ceramics? So that's solely up to you, but I would recommend the boost. Next, daily event prize brackets. Obviously they're not as good as they used to be, but it's still a source of income. So you got to use it. The other event prize brackets, right? So daily event isn't the only event with prize brackets. There are other events, finals and everything, prelims, whatever. You got to utilize those. Make sure you use up all your tickets. Don't let them wait there. Next is the final prizes. So this is basically when you finish an event, they give you cash and stuff. And ever since the clubs, no, not really the clubs, but the daily event brackets and just all the brackets in general got revamped. You get a lot more cash from final prizes now, which is something I like to see. So Hutch, keep that up. And finally, weekly challenges, which is basically my favorite source of income because you get fat amount of cash just really quickly. You get 50K a week and a pack. And honestly, I think that's really good. Hutch better keep that up with the 50K a week. If they nerf that, I will be very disappointed. Honestly, I think 50K a week is a good amount. Now, next is, I kind of said this in the last slide, is play smart. So now you know all your sources. You need to make sure that you're basically just milking each source to perfection, right? So adapting to new daily challenges. Now, this is something different, right? You have to, as you can see in my second point, apply regular farming strategies. A lot of you guys know that already. You make 2 decks. One is a really OP one is really crap, and then you kind of just switch in and out with those. Farming losses and wins, 3 stars. You get the gist. But the fact is, there is a new system in Top Drives now, which is the final prizes are actually kind of good. So you kind of want to get those. And also the brackets are kind of like they're just kind of more trash now, so you kind of don't mind if you get less of those. So basically, how I'm adapting to the new daily challenges is I kind of split my daily challenges into 2 halves, right? I would recommend 12 hours farm, 12 hours fight. Usually I do 8 hours farm, 16 hours fight. And what that basically means is when the event starts, now once again, apply basic farming strategies, start the moment the event starts. So you can use as many tickets as you can. And then what I usually do for daily challenges is my daily challenges start at 5 p.m. And I would just farm all the way until I go to bed, which is usually maybe 1 a.m., 12. I'm not sleeping at 4 a.m. anymore like I did a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, that's the time where I kind of filter in, crap deck, good deck, crap deck, good deck, and whatever. And then I'll wake up at maybe 9, 10 if I have job. If I have job, what's wrong with my English? If I have to go to work, probably wake up at 8. And then that starts my second phase, which is what I call fight. Now, fight is basically you throw the farming deck out the window. So you don't use your F cards, your common cards, uncommon cards anymore. You just use your best hand and you try and fight for the highest place you can get. So in the end, you get best of both worlds. You get the first half, which is the farm, where you get just the benefits and rewards of the farming, and then the second half is trying to get as high of a place you can get, trying to get at least a better tier bracket, so you're not tier 5, maybe tier 4, tier 3, and that's kind of what I've been doing. The changes in cash prizes is kind of minute though. I think tier 5 gives you 2K for the final, and then I think tier 4 gives you 6K. I don't know, but any change, any amount of profit is profit to me. If that sentence even makes sense. And yeah, as once again, I say boost is highly recommended, as I said before, and a background check before every event. So basically, this is more geared towards clubs. Clubs rewards you if you do well. All right, you don't go in and you just lose 5. Yes, you get the 5 races participation, but then you also get the bronze rank, for finishing, and that's not good. So always background check. This is what I see a lot of people don't do. I mean, in Full Throttle especially. When an event says Winter Warriors, like don't put in 5 slick tires because that first race is really important. And if you lose that, you're not only hurting yourself and the amount of cash you're winning, you're also hurting your club. So always read, Off Road Outlaws or Rising Sun. Off Road Outlaws, Winter Warriors, that's basically self explanatory. Rising Sun is kind of weird. Sometimes it's been rainy, sometimes it's been dry. I don't know. Then there's one called Monaco, that's mostly drags, and then there's like twists and turns, which, well, it's twists and turns. Moving on is the second half. So now I've told you about how to know your sources and how to use them well, and that's 50%. Obviously, of the grinding. The second 50% is what most people don't do, and that is save. You guys have to save. If you don't save, you're not going to get as much money as me or as much as you dream. So, which brings me to my second point: is to make a buffer and set a goal. All right. I think it's always good to have a buffer, especially when new updates come out and you want that buffer, that insurance, that safe to just open packs. Like for example, you set a buffer of 500k. So basically, what you do is you grind, you save, you grind, you save. Don't buy ceramic packs. Just grind and save until you get 500k. That 500k becomes your new zero. And then let's say you get 500k. All right, you're not going to spend any of that. So if you want to buy a ceramic pack, you go up to 532k, then you buy the ceramic pack. So you're still at 500k. That's basically what I'm doing with my 10 million. My 10 million is my zero. So why I would really recommend having this buffer or this insurance is, well, basically, let's say new update comes out of nowhere. CMG, Android, or me, we don't get any leaks or teasers. Kind of like German Renaissance, we didn't really get anything. It just came out of nowhere. So what if I went to bed, woke up tomorrow, boom, huge British update, Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. Like, you probably want to be one of the first people to get that Superleggera. So what you do is usually Hutch doesn't release carbon fiber packs off the bat with new updates. German Renaissance they did, but everyone before they didn't. Best way to do it is just basically just open British premiums. How you gotta open British premiums? You gotta have cash. So this is where your buffer comes in. So if you had that 500k buffer, you could use it for British premiums. And if you get lucky, you might get an Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. This is obviously just fan-made cards. I've used them before on my channel. The other ones are Countach. I just thought it looked cool and it fit well with the whole aesthetic of my slide of purple and white. But yeah, make a buffer, all right? So, 100k, 250k, 500k. I really recommend 1 million. That's about 30 packs. But yeah, set a buffer and make these numbers a new zero. And you got to motivate yourself. So usually how I motivate myself, how I motivated myself to hit 10 million was basically, well, honestly, I didn't really need to motivate myself that much because I like saving. But if you need a lot of motivation, just look at that Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. That is my favorite Aston Martin of all time. Well, it's either that or the DB5. But yeah, just think about the future, right? If you think about it now, a lot of people have Bugattis, but no one has an Aston Martin DBS Superleggera. And if that comes out and you have a buffer and you spend that buffer on maybe British premiums, and you get the DBS Superleggera, well, guess what? You're one of the first people to get one. So that's kind of, just put your mindset like that. And then saving up will be a lot easier. Moving on, while making that buffer, I would say the main thing is kind of like this is in the process where, all right, you know how to grind and you're saving. Let's say you set a goal and you want to get 500k, you're going to hit it. Well, while you're doing this, I know there will be events where you need to upgrade necessary cars. That's fine. But what I mean is when you're making that buffer, don't spend on the unnecessary. And this basically means, upgrade only what you need. So let's say you let's say you win a ceramic pack from the weekly challenge because you didn't buy a ceramic pack with cash because you're trying to save. And from that ceramic pack, you got an epic, maybe a BMW M2. Now, your first instinct is you want to max it out to 1 star. Well, let me tell you, right? If you get an epic and you see here my second point, 1 star is worth over 20k. That's 20k you don't need. Let's say there's no BMW or German event out. what's the point of maxing out that BMW M2? It's not like you're gonna use it. So at the end of the day, you're just gonna waste 20K. It's not like you had to spend 20K to keep the BMW in your garage, the M2 in your garage. It's gonna stay there. So yeah, just honestly upgrade only what you need. If let's say there's a Chevrolet event and you have a Grand Sport and you want to upgrade it, then yeah, by all means go ahead. If that will improve your position in the event. But if not, it really doesn't matter. That's 20K you don't need to spend. And same for Legendary. To get a 1 star, it's about 30 grand. That's basically one ceramic pack already, but don't buy it because you're saving. And the last one is, yeah, just only invest if you see yourself going far. So what I mean is, yeah, this is what I mean for cars. Like, this is especially for my case when you hit like over like 15K trophies, for example. Let's go back to this BMW example. You have a BMW M2, maybe there is a BMW event, and you want to spend 20K to max your BMW to 1 star. Well, honestly, when you fight at my level, a 1 star epic is useless. It's 0 star or max, right? So if you can't max out that BMW M2, if you don't have the resources, then might as well just accept the fact you're not going to do as well in the finals or whatever event that may be. Refrain from spending that 20K to getting it to 1 star, because honestly at the end of the day, if a 1 star isn't gonna like change the situation, even if the car is needed in an event, if that 1 star isn't gonna make or break or give you better rewards or better position or whatever, then there's no point. I hope that makes sense. This is kind of more of an advanced player tip, especially when you get up to the higher ranks, because honestly when you get on my level, I don't want to sound obnoxious or anything, but this is true, and I've been a victim or I've suffered from this a long time. Um, for epics, it's maxed or nothing. So, for example, let's use the recent Viper finals. Um, I didn't open any packs, convertible packs, with my own money. The two convertible packs I opened was from Gold I Saved, and the other half was from Hutch. Um, I didn't invest in any of my epics because I knew I didn't have the resources to max out the epics to get me that Viper. So in the end, I kind of just threw it all away. If that makes sense, it's kind of like it's a mind game. But that's why I love top drives. It's strategy. So yeah, but most importantly, don't open ceramic packs. I've said this so many times, guys. If you want to save, you don't open ceramic packs, right? And I can help you with that because you know, ceramic packs, I know people want to open them because there's a chance of getting an epic or a legendary. Mostly a legendary. Most people want legendaries, but let's be honest, guys. It's a 0.65% chance of getting a legendary from a ceramic pack, right? Like, that's worse than the odds of getting an unusual hat from TF2 or a knife from CSGO. Or, as I say, solely statistically, you are more likely to get into any college in the world than getting a legendary from a ceramic pack. So, I mean, honestly, I might not be the best analogy, but especially if you're like in high school or something, you want to go to Harvard, you have a better chance of going to Harvard than getting a legendary from a ceramic pack. Solely statistically, all right? I don't know what your GPA is or how smart you are, right? That might affect things, but solely statistically, you have a bigger chance of getting into Oxford, Harvard, Stanford, more than getting a legendary from a ceramic pack. So I don't want to say I'm demotivating you from opening ceramic packs, but I am. Yes, recently I've been lucky with opening ceramic packs, but honestly, I wasn't expecting anything. Usually when I open ceramic packs, I expect the worst. RQ15 super rare, or if I get a super rare in the fourth card, I expect a super rare in the fifth card most of the time. And yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, ceramic packs they suck. Honestly, they're not really good. Um, but yeah, main thing to saving is don't open ceramic packs. It's 32 grand that you could be saving for something else. And if you need motivation, like I said earlier, just think about the future. Um, Kind of ironic because you're saving up to open what I'm telling you not to open, but that is so ironic. But yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. That's how I hit 10 million. Was refraining to open ceramic packs so I can open ceramic packs in the future. But yeah, that's how I did it. That's how I made money in the game. So first half was basically, just know your sources, be efficient, make as much money as you can. and then the second one is just to save. Be motivated to save and don't open ceramic packs. That's about it. So yeah, thank you guys. I hope this video really helped. I feel like it did, hopefully. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, make sure to subscribe and notifications, turn them on and everything. Hopefully by the time this video comes out, I would have hit 1,500 subscribers. But if I haven't, then let's aim for that. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Blossom out.